Hi guys, welcome back and thanks again for joining me today. Well, something a little bit different today, I must admit. Good girl. Yeah, so something a little bit different today, guys. Unfortunately, I got caught speeding, and today's the day I have to go on a speed awareness course. Well, I didn't have to go on a speed awareness course, to be fair. I did have a choice. I could have took 3 points and a fine, or do what I'm doing and go and attend a speed awareness course. You can do this online if you wish. It's about a 3-hour lesson or lecture. I don't know, I haven't been there yet. Yeah, today would have definitely been a ride day for me. Yeah, but unfortunately I've got to go and attend this course. It is in 45 minutes actually, so I've really got to get a move on. But little princess here wanted her walk. So I'm not really sure what to expect from this course. I do know that you do watch a few videos and get a few tests. Obviously have to answer a few questions, but it's not a test, if you know what I mean. Hello Reggie, this is young Reggie. Yeah, I know, mate. Come on, Dace. Yeah, so this course has set me back £100, but it's better than the alternative, really. 3 points and £100 fine. I know some of you would probably say, I'd rather take the points and go and sit and be lectured for 3 hours, but really the knock-on effect it has with your insurance, especially, it's going to cost you a lot more than that with your insurance premiums going up. So you know, I have to grin and bear it, really. Put my hands up. Yeah, I was caught speeding. Yeah, my story was I was running out of fuel, so I was taking my time. I was really driving carefully, obviously, to preserve fuel to get to the next fuel station. So I was taking all my advantages of the downhill sections and just coasting them. But obviously, when I was coasting it down this one hill, I was doing, well, apparently I was doing 36. Yeah, so I'm off today. I got to go down to a hotel. I've got to take my identification with me, or driving license. Yeah, so guys, I'm gonna have to make my way down there now, and I'll keep you informed. Right, I'm down at the hotel where this event's taking place. See a few cars already in the car park here, people sat in them. Yeah, I've been driving since 1987, so it's a pretty long time, and this is my first real talent off for driving. So I had to come one day, I guess, and today's the day. And I'm £100 lighter. I could have really done without that, really. But there you go. I'm here to face the consequences. There's a number of people sat in their cars here in the car park. Must be like me all waiting. I've still got 20 minutes to go, to be honest. But I'll give it another 10 minutes before I move off. Right, I'll see you at the end of it. Hi guys, I've now completed the National Speed Awareness course, and I did find it very interesting and helpful. Back again, I'm all done, mate. I'm all done. There was about 30 people on the course, and at least 20 of them were women. However, I was surprised to see 6 or 7 pensioners among us. Look, I was caught speeding at 36 miles an hour on a 30-mile-an-hour road by a mobile speed camera van. Despite me paying £100, I am very grateful to have been invited onto the course. By me attending the National Speed Awareness course, I did avoid 3 points on my licence and still being fined. To help you guys avoid a similar fate to me, or give you the heads up if you're already booked on one of these courses, I'm going to show you some similar examples of what was shown and discussed on this course. Be vigilant when watching these videos I'm about to show you, and take your time in answering the questions. Pause them if you have to. Good luck.
Speeding? I thought it was 40 there.
Is this where you got done for speeding?
Well, how was I supposed to know it was 30?
I think of the 3 S's if I don't know what the speed limit is.
The 3 S's? Smarty pants, sassy...
Sarky. It's actually signs, streetlights, separators. And it works for cars and motorbikes on all roads except motorways.
Really?
Look for signs. They're usually either side of the road when the speed limit changes, and there are regular reminders after that.
I can't see any signs.
Well, are there any street lights?
What do you think those tall things by the road are?
Nice one. Well, they mean it's a 30, or 20 if you're in Wales.
What if there's no signs or street lights?
Then it's the national speed limit. But you've got to look for separators. If there's no separator, then the limit's 60. And if there is a separator, it's 70.
Oh yeah, the third S. Well, what if I'm in my van?
You'll have to check the highway code. The national speed limit is different for larger vehicles and if you're towing.
So, this SSS hack. No more speeding tickets then.
Nope. So you can afford to buy me lunch instead.
Why do we have rules on our roads? The simple answer is that we have rules to make sure that everyone gets to where they are going, safe and well. This is only possible because most of the rules are designed to make sure that no two road users are in the same space at the same time. So, as long as everyone sticks to the rules, then the system works well, allowing everyone to get their fair turn. Sometimes it might feel like the rules are working against us, but they are often warning us about things ahead of us that we can't see. And those warnings are even more important on roads where traffic is moving faster, like motorways. The temporary restrictions shown on motorway gantries warn us about things that we can't see up ahead. But some drivers don't realize this, and so they ignore the rules. Unexpected things happen to create hazards, and if they ignore the rules, they may end up looking a bit stupid, or perhaps something even worse. Those warnings are designed to keep us safe. So, why do we have rules of the road? The rules of the road are always there for a reason. The reason is often really obvious, but sometimes the reason may be out of sight up ahead. The next time you're wondering why we have rules on our roads, just remember, they are carefully designed, helping us get where we want to go, safe and well.
Whoa! Where did they come from? Why do we miss things when we're driving? And what can we do about it? We often think our eyes are like cameras. A camera takes in everything at once. It sees all the details. It doesn't make things up. That's not how our eyes work. They only see a small part of the picture clearly, but they move quickly from place to place to build up the bigger picture. The brain fills in the gaps based on what it expects to see. Sometimes it gets it wrong. Our brains also pay more attention to some things than others. Sometimes they choose the wrong things to pay attention to. So what can you do? You can't change how your eyes and brain work, but there are 3 simple things you can do. Slow down. Give yourself more time to see and think. Look wide and actively look for people. Get rid of distractions. 3 simple tips to help you see more and miss less.
only Reggie days. Yeah, you've been told off, mate, ain't you? Hey? Come on. Daisy, come on. Good girl. How did you get on with the observation films in questions? Let me know in the comments, guys, and obviously let me know your story. Hopefully this video has helped some of you guys, so take care, be a safer driver, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye. Bye. Say bye, Daisy. Say bye, Reg. Too fast for him, Days.